We're here with King Cast and Mortgage Movies, and I've got Rick Foster on the phone with me. Mr. Foster, you're somewhere out there in Indiana, right?
Yes, sir.
And tell me how you came to know about my website or call me last week.
Through various research upon mortgage illegalities with mortgage industry.
Okay, and so now I love the fact that you called me because I used to work for the Indianapolis Star, and I'm going to be certain to send this video on to them. I worked for them before I went on to law school and then became a residential closing attorney. But Mr. Foster, tell me in a nutshell. I know you have an issue with Aquin, Deutschebank, and a robo signer by the name of Bryan Bly. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, that's correct. Aquin Loan Servicing, they're servicing the loan through Deutschebank. Deutschebank, as you know, leads the nation in illegal mortgage foreclosures. And over the past year, I sent in some interrogatories for Deutschebank to answer, and they have not answered those. I've sent in multiple requests, and I can't get a response from anyone.
Okay, now along the line, I understand that they came at you about a year and a half ago or so with a foreclosure action on this property, and there was at least one assignment in there. Well, first of all, you never got served, correct?
Correct. Never got served. Matter of fact, they lied to me and told me that, a summons was officiated on me at one of my other properties, and that turned out to be a lie.
And so then they obtained a judgment, a default or summary judgment against you, probably default judgment or what have you, one of the two, perhaps both. They did all this without you, unbeknownst to you.
Correct.
And then I understand that eventually you went back into court, or you told them directly that you had never been served, and they eventually dismissed that lawsuit.
Yes, over the past a year had went by, I kept staying in contact with them, telling them I never got served. I cited case law for lack of service. Then a year to the date, they finally dismissed the case.
Okay, and so at this point, they're coming at you. One of their attorneys, I think you sent me an email. One of their attorneys is trying to say that they offered you either some type of a loan mod or a short sale, and that they're threatening you with this if you don't respond by the end of this month. Meanwhile, they're ignoring the fact that Mr. Bly has been involved in a case, at least one appellate case that I found, in which Deutschebank was found potentially liable for fabricating void documents that made the transaction void. Not voidable, but void. And so I believe the Vazquez case, now I sent that to you earlier today. Did you get a look at that?
Yes, I did.
Does it seem similar to yours?
It seems exactly like mine.
Yeah, and in fact, the assignment dates that were involved in that case are the same exact assignment dates as I mentioned in my my voiceover for this piece here. They're the same dates that are involved in your assignment.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Bryan Bly, he testified in congressional hearings that he was signing 5,000 different assignments per week for 20 different banks under various titles.
Yes, and in this Vazquez case indicates that people were using his electronic signature without his knowledge. And at one point in the deposition, they asked him, "Did you have any knowledge of the underlying transactions whatsoever?" And he says, "No, of course he didn't."
That's correct.
Yeah, and common sense will tell you, in Texas, I used to live in Texas. Let me say, it is not a liberal state in any way. They're not going to give homeowners anything free, but yet there is some measure of integrity there. And they're saying, no, hell to the no. You can't just do this and get away with it. So I don't know. I can't wait to get this movie up and send it out to my colleagues back at the Star and follow this case and see where it goes. And I'll definitely have something up for you by the end of the week, sir.
Okay.
Beautiful. Tell me a little bit more, though. You said there was another ownership issue that you started in on?
Yes. In the beginning, along with the interrogatories that I sent to Aquin to get to Deutsche Bank, at first they were telling me that Argent Securities was the owner of the loan.
Yeah.
And Argent Securities, they've been out of business a long time. I brought that to their attention because I let them know the SEC confirmed what I told them. So they came back and told me that residential mortgage lending was the owner also, and I did a check with the SEC, and there was nothing there as well. They told me that residential mortgage loans has been owning my mortgage since 1998. And I said, that's impossible to predate a trust because I didn't get the mortgage till 2004.
I love it. I love it. As an aside, one of his other assignments was produced by LPS, which is Lender Processing Services, I believe, in which Bethany Hood was such a notorious robo-signer that Fine Such name partner Henry Fine lied about his actual identity when we confronted him in his office 5 years ago over in New Jersey. Watch this.
No.
You're not part of that company?
No, I'm just visiting.
Oh, you're visiting? So you don't work with this company?
Like I know of it.
You just hang out here, you have coffee sometimes?
Yeah, I visit an attorney or two.
Yeah.
Are they working in the mortgage area? Because in the mortgage area, they've been using robo-signed documents.
They still use robo-signed documents that are forged from lender processing services. Are they still using these documents in order to commence lawsuits?
Yeah, Bethany Hood. I mean, they were
I
forged.
have no idea.
This is Mr. Fine, Such, or Crane. I will bet anything.
Well, I don't know. I'm not a gambling man.
No, it's only my opinion.
I'm Chris
Mr.
King.
Fine,
How are
Such,
you,
or
sir?
Crane.
I'm Chris King with Mortgage Movies. I was a title insurance producer for a number of years, and then also as a state attorney prior to that.
So this company, Fine, Such, and Crane, what they do is they do lawsuits and they use robo-signers. These documents that they're able to sue somebody. So
the
they're
Coons
using
case.
like counterfeit docs.
The Coons case that
Isn't that amazing
that
what
same
this company,
signer.
Fine, Such, and Crane does?
That same
That they
signer.
use forged documents to create lawsuits for the appearance of standing?
Because standing is an
we just
elemental
have to be in the
basic.
middle of a movie and this is one of our focus firms. What ends up happening is that in my case in particular, what's so interesting is there is a robo-signer. And what is a robo-signer? It's somebody that's paid to sign thousands of documents every day.
Of course, we're familiar with Linda
Yes.
Green. What was the robo-signer's name in your case?
Bethany Hood.
Hi, Ms. Hood. Hi, Ms. Hood. This is Christopher King. I'm with KingCast.net and Mortgage Movies. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
All right. It's a good day. Your name has come across my desk a few times. And I guess at this point, I was just wondering if you were aware that people affiliated with Everhome, I think it's a law firm of Fine, Such, and Crane, they're still relying on documents that you signed, in a foreclosure process. Did you know that?
You know what, I'm actually going to give you the number of our legal department and you can speak with them.
Okay, cool. I'd love to. 3530.
Now, Bethany, it's we were wondering just you were on the documents as a vice president and officer of MERS, but a lot of the cases, in fact, have MERS stating that you don't work at MERS. What would you have any comment on that?